Okay, so this is my sim rig, and I'll show you some cool stuff that I've done to it as a DIY sim racer. I can't have my own kind of rig because I still play other games on my computer and I also use it for graphic design. Over here is for painting and stuff like that, so it is a work area, so I have to be a little bit compact in the way I've built it. I've built this box over here, and a button box, and I've created it that I can slide my whole system to the left when I'm not using it. Logitech g29, and then I've inverted the pedals. There's some cool videos on YouTube on how to do that. Look at AM Studios. Some cool things I've done is I've connected just an amp to the computer behind, and then over here I've connected a bass speaker just to the back of it. That creates a nice rumble effect, and that will vibrate. Let's put it into gear. Maybe you can hear that when I put it in and out of gear. That gives a cool kind of bass shaker effect for half the price, not even half the price, because you can get one of those things, an old DVD player with an amp in it at a, I don't know, a junkyard sale or whatever. Then, this is pretty cool. This is Open Track with AI Tracker, and that tracks your face using an old PlayStation Eye, and you can just Google where to find that. And what that does is it looks for your face, and where you look, it turns up and down, so you can actually, let's try to do this one-handed. If I look left or right, the camera shakes. If I keep my head, and you can reset it. I've found that button that it will track my face. Oops. There we go. Then what I've also done is I've taken an old joystick, a Sidewinder, Logitech Sidewinder joystick, and I've built this. I'm not going to show you how, I'm just showing you can. And I've created a handbrake for it. You'll see the handbrake. You'll see, here I'm applying the handbrake. And let's put it into first, and turn and handbrake it. I'll have to find a way to film that and show it to you, but the handbrake does work. And then another cool thing I've done is inside this button box is an old Xbox controller, which I have wired, and I've soldered onto the buttons a button box. So this is essentially a Xbox One controller that I've turned into a button box. And no need to, and the actual controller is actually in there. So if I press view and I've binded it in the game, I can change the view by pressing instead of the keyboard, which just makes it more immersive. And then what I did as well is I took two of the cables coming from out the back into a box that I've made with another two buttons that become a sequential shifter. When pressing down here, it essentially just presses the up button on the Xbox or the down buttons on the Xbox, and I've binded it in the game. I'll show you now. Options, game settings, and I'll go to manual sequential. I'll apply, and let's just go back into the game. And now what it becomes is a sequential shifter. A cheap way to make a sequential shifter. So essentially, it's just a lever that I've created with a button over here and a button over here. When pulling that back, it touches the button. When pulling that forward, it touches the button to the Xbox controller. There's a cable over here. These don't do anything, they just look cool. Old speedometers. The wire goes into the back of the Xbox controller. The Xbox controller goes to a USB connection there. Not very tidy, but it does the job. And when I race, let's try hold it like that. And you can see over here I've also got SimHub running on another screen, which is another dashboard. There we go, and it'll show what gear I am in. And you can even hear that going off there, what else have I done? Oh yes, okay, so I've also 3D printed for the Logitech G29 shifter, the add-on, a 3D, with a 3D printer, and it's got these cool neodymium magnets in it that just miss shifts a lot better. I don't miss shifts. And then for the flappy paddles, I've also 3D printed this over here, and that's also got neodymium magnets in it, and that also just gives it a cool tactile effect. The rest is all cosmetic. I mean, this is just a clock essentially. That is just to make it look cool. The whole AA thing, I put on a shifter from Sparko, another shifter over here and the handbrake. Yeah, and if I were fixing your rig and you're on a budget, the things that I would look at would be the Logitech shifter. This is a lot easier and a lot nicer. I would look at inverting your pedals. I'll give you a better look at that, because with a bit of know-how you can make it look really cool and not so janky. I've seen guys build it out of wood. Wood is fine, this is made out of wood, but with a bit of carbon fiber tape, it finishes it off nicely, a matte. Yes. And again, AM Studios shows you really cool how to build it. Got a fan when it gets hot. And old Logitech Sidewinder gear, flight controller, whatever, where playing around, I might show you a few other pictures on how to do that, and that becomes your handbrake. The face recognition is quite fun, but it can get a little bit like motion sickness while you are racing. But other than that, it's a lot of fun to build yourself. I have put this on and I can connect my cell phone to that with another little screen on that for my phone, but I don't tend to use it a lot. When racing, you tend to miss it unless it's quite big or in front of you like there. Cool. Enjoy. I hope you can build something cool.